Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the All in English podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Andrew. And, okay, real talk. Have you ever been doing something completely peaceful, like nothing is wrong, everything is fine, and then your brain just decides to ruin it?
Oh, constantly.
Like your mind looks around, sees that things are calm, and thinks, this feels suspicious. Let me find something to worry about.
And it always finds something.
Always. And today, we are talking about exactly that low-level tension that never fully turns off, the thoughts that spiral out of nowhere, the feeling that something is slightly wrong even when everything is technically fine.
And in this episode, we are going to cover how to calm everyday anxiety naturally, how to reduce mental tension during your normal daily routines, and how to stop spiraling thoughts before they take over.
Real tools for real moments. Let's go.
Okay, before we start, I want to play a little game, and here's the rule. You cannot say, I don't have anxiety. That answer is completely blocked today.
Good rule. Very good rule.
So think about this. Is there a moment in your day where your brain suddenly gets very loud, where one thought appears and then pulls in 3 more, and then 5 more, and before you know it, you're not thinking about one thing anymore. You're thinking about everything at once.
I know that moment so well. A few weeks ago, I was making hot chocolate, the most peaceful, cozy activity in the world, right? Warm mug, quiet kitchen, everything is fine.
Sounds lovely.
And somehow, by the time it was ready, I had mentally replayed an awkward conversation from 2 weeks ago, worried about a deadline I'd forgotten, and concluded that my entire career needed rethinking.
During 1 cup of hot chocolate.
During 1 cup of hot chocolate. And then the hot chocolate got cold because I forgot to drink it.
Andrew, okay, but that is everyday anxiety. Not a crisis, not a panic attack, just a mind that never fully lands. And you, friend, finish this sentence quietly in English. The moment my mind gets loudest is... just notice it. That's already practice.
So today, we want to give you 2 things. Real B2 English to talk about emotions and mental well-being in a natural way, and a message. Everyday anxiety is not a character flaw. It's a very human response to a very loud world. And there are small things you can do today that actually help.
We are not therapists. We want to be very clear about that. We are 2 people who know this feeling well and have found some things that genuinely work, and that's what we want to share today.
This is a B2 level episode, so the English is richer and more natural. But we'll speak clearly, repeat important ideas, and when a new word appears, one of us will explain it simply. You don't have to catch everything, and if something moves fast, listen again later. That second listen is magic.
If you're a strong B1 listener, stay with us. Some parts will stretch you a little, and that stretch is exactly how your English grows. Okay, let's start with something important. When most people hear the word anxiety, they immediately think of something clinical, a diagnosis, a panic attack, something dramatic.
But that's not what we're talking about today.
No, we're talking about the everyday version, the background noise. Imagine your mind is like a browser with 20 tabs open. You're not reading all of them, but they're all running, using energy, slowing everything down.
And you can't even figure out which tab is making that noise.
Exactly. And that background noise, that constant low-level tension, is what we call everyday anxiety. Not dangerous, not dramatic, but exhausting. And most people have normalized it so completely they don't even notice it anymore.
Which is actually the first problem, because you can't calm something you haven't named.
And that's where we start, because naming what you feel, actually putting a word to it, changes something in the brain immediately. When you say out loud or just in your head, I am feeling anxious right now, not I am anxious, but I am feeling anxious right now, you create a tiny distance between you and the feeling.
You stop being the anxiety and start observing it.
Exactly. In psychology, this is called labeling, and labeling means identifying and naming an emotion specifically to reduce its intensity. It sounds almost too simple, but the research behind it is very strong.
I actually tried this last week. I was in that spiral, the hot chocolate spiral, and instead of following the thoughts, I just said quietly to myself, I am feeling anxious right now. And something shifted. Not disappeared, just shifted.
It gives the feeling a border, and feelings with borders are much easier to work with than feelings that feel like everything at once. So step 1, name it. Not to judge it, just to see it clearly.
Step 2, reduce the tension during your normal daily routine, because anxiety doesn't only show up in big moments. It sneaks into the ordinary ones, the commute, the shower, the meal you eat while scrolling through your phone.
The hot chocolate you forget to drink.
Yes, and one of the most effective things you can do is turn one ordinary daily moment into what we call a low stimulation moment.
Low stimulation means less input, less noise, less information coming in at the same time. So instead of eating lunch while scrolling, just eat. Instead of commuting with a podcast and notifications, try 5 minutes of silence. Instead of checking your phone the moment you wake up, give yourself 2 minutes first. Just 2.
You're not meditating, you're not doing anything special or complicated, you're just giving your nervous system a moment to breathe before you pile more on top of it.
And the nervous system is key here, because everyday anxiety lives in the body as much as the mind. Tight shoulders, shallow breathing, jaw that's always slightly clenched.
And when the body is tense, the mind follows. So sometimes the fastest way to calm anxious thoughts is to start with the body, not the brain.
Which brings us to step 3, stopping the spiral. Because once the thoughts start pulling each other in, the mind moves very fast. And trying to think your way out of a thought spiral usually makes it worse.
Because you're using the same mind that created the spiral to try to escape it.
That's a very uncomfortable truth.
It is.
So instead of following the thoughts, interrupt them with something physical and immediate. The simplest one, and this works anywhere, nobody around you will notice, is to press your feet firmly into the floor. Feel the ground. Notice the pressure. Take one slow breath.
That's it?
That's it. And it works because it redirects your attention from the thought, which lives in the past or the future, to a physical sensation that only exists right now.
You can actually try it right now, wherever you were listening to this. Press your feet into the floor. Feel it. Take one breath. Notice that for this 1 second, you are here. The thoughts are still there, but so are you.
And that small anchor, that moment of being here, is enough to interrupt the spiral before it takes over. You don't need to solve everything. You just need to stop the momentum.
Name it, reduce the input, anchor to the body. 3 steps, real life, no special equipment required. Anxiety doesn't disappear, but it stops driving when you learn to take the wheel back, even just for a moment.
And if you're in an anxious season right now, that's okay. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are human. And this is one of the most human things there is.
You don't have to silence the noise completely. You just have to learn to not follow every sound. Let's slow down and do our word tour. Key words from today, explained clearly and slowly. Repeat with us or just listen.
Anxiety. A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, often about something uncertain or something that might go wrong. For example, she noticed her anxiety rising every Sunday evening before the work week started.
Or, everyday anxiety is not a crisis. It's a low-level tension that many people carry without even realizing it. Repeat, anxiety, anxiety. Slowly. Ang-zi-e-t.
To spiral. When one anxious thought pulls in another and another until your mind is moving very fast and very far from where it started. For example, he started worrying about one unanswered message and spiraled into questioning every friendship he had.
Or, recognizing when you're starting to spiral is the first step to stopping it. Repeat, to spiral. To spiral. Slowly. To spiral. Very familiar. Too familiar.
And labeling, the act of identifying and naming an emotion, out loud or in your mind, to reduce its intensity and create distance from it. For example, instead of drowning in the feeling, she tried labeling it. I am feeling anxious right now, and felt something shift immediately.
Or, labeling your emotions doesn't solve the problem, but it makes the problem feel smaller and more manageable. Repeat, labeling. Labeling. Slowly, lay, bell, ing.
Low stimulation, a moment or environment with less noise, less information, and less input, giving your nervous system space to rest and recover. For example, he started drinking his tea in silence every morning, just 5 minutes of low stimulation, and felt calmer for the whole day.
Or, low stimulation doesn't mean boring, it means intentionally quiet. Repeat, low stimulation. Low stimulation. Slowly, low, stim, you, lay, shin.
And remember, you can always come back to this word tour and listen again. Each time, the words feel more natural. That's how it works.
Nervous system. The system in your body that controls how you respond to stress, danger, and emotion, including anxiety. For example, when her nervous system was constantly activated, even small things felt completely overwhelming.
Or, simple habits like slow breathing and low stimulation moments directly calm the nervous system over time. Repeat, nervous system, nervous system. Slowly, nervous system.
I had never thought about this until a few years ago. Now I think about it all the time.
To anchor, to use something physical and immediate to bring yourself back to the present moment when your thoughts are racing. For example, pressing her feet into the floor was her anchor during anxious moments, at work, on the train, anywhere.
Or, you can use any physical sensation as an anchor. The feeling of your hands, your breath, your feet on the ground. Repeat, to anchor. To anchor. Slowly, to anchor. And if you want extra practice, replay this word tour and shadow with us. Say the words at the same time we do. It's one of the best ways to make pronunciation feel natural in your mouth. You don't have to remember every word today. Even 2 or 3 that stayed with you is already real progress.
Everyday anxiety is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that you're human, that you feel things, and that the world around you is genuinely a lot sometimes.
And, we are not here as people who have this completely figured out. Some mornings the tabs are all open and the noise is very loud for us too. We are in this with you.
But the 3 steps we talked about today, name it, reduce the input, anchor to the body, those are real. They work in real moments, not perfectly, but enough to make a difference.
Tonight, before you sleep, try this. When the thoughts get loud, don't follow them. Just press your feet into the floor, take one breath and say quietly, I am here. This is now. That's enough for tonight.
And if this episode helped you in any way, please like it, subscribe, and share it with one person who is currently having a very deep conversation with their own anxiety at 2 in the morning.
In the comments, finish this sentence. One moment when I will try to anchor myself this week is blank. We would love to read those. And if you want to hear even more strategies to protect your day and keep anxiety from taking over, tell us in the comments. Write, I want more, and we will make that episode for you.
Okay, so now you have tools for when you're at home, when you have a quiet moment, when you can stop and breathe. But here's the question nobody asks.
What happens when anxiety hits you in the middle of everything? You're in a meeting, you're in a conversation, you're in a situation you cannot escape. You can't press pause. You can't close your eyes and breathe dramatically in front of your boss.
That would be a very interesting meeting.
Very interesting. So, what do you do then? How do you regain emotional control when life is happening at full speed around you? We have a full episode on exactly that. Grounding techniques so subtle that nobody around you will even notice you're using them, and a way to build emotional control that actually lasts throughout your whole day, not just for 5 minutes.
It is honestly one of the most practical episodes we've made. It's right there waiting for you. Go watch it next.
You don't have to silence the noise completely. You just have to learn to not follow every sound.
This is Emma.
This is Andrew.
And you have been listening to the All in English podcast. Your progress doesn't end here. To keep growing your English, click on the next video or explore the videos we've selected for you. Bye.